Hi all, I'm Ajit Thomas, an English faculty at Xylem Languages. And you all have this misconception that adopting an accent means that you know the language. Today we will see whether this is right or wrong. But before we get into that, let me remind you, our new spoken English batch starts on 21st of July. To join this batch, click on the link below and we will get in touch with you. Okay, accents. What does a native speaker feel when they hear you speak? The first thing they notice is your accent, and it makes them curious about where you are from. And next question is, how important is it to have a proper accent? The importance of an accent depends on the context. An accent is a part of one's culture and identity, but if you have a clear neutral accent, that is sometimes equally important or even more important than having a native-like accent. Now remember, why do you speak? The idea is to communicate. And if your accent is hard to follow, then communication fails. And let's look at this example of this word record. Record can be pronounced in two different ways. Record, which is the verb, and record, which is the noun. If you mispronounce the word, then there can be confusion. And have you ever wondered what's the difference between accent and pronunciation? Pronunciation is the pronunciation or how you say out individual words or sounds, whereas accent is how you speak out an entire language. Now, let us see why you should use your accent. In English, there will be sounds that you have never used in your entire life. They are not part of your mother tongue. So your mouth, your tongue, and your vocal cords are not used to producing those sounds. And when you try to produce them at a later age, you will struggle. So instead, it's more realistic to adopt a neutral accent. Now, this is another factor that you need to keep in mind. Even amongst English speakers, native speakers of English, there are a variety of accents. You have people from UK, America, and Australia. In addition, English is spoken in Canada, New Zealand, and South Africa. So all these people have their own accents, and even in these countries, there are a range of accents. But still they follow each other, which means even if your accent is neutral, nobody will have any difficulty in following you. And the funniest fact is that even among English speakers, very few have the native accent. This is because for most speakers of English, English is not the mother tongue. They have a different mother tongue, but they still use English. So at the end, if you adopt your own accent, a neutral accent that's easy to understand, it projects your identity. Again, let me point out that even in exams like IELTS or OET, a neutral accent will fetch you a very good score. And finally, adopting a native-like accent is not easy, as your mouth and your vocal cords are not trained to produce those sounds. Okay, with that we've come to the end of the class. But let me remind you again, our new batch is starting on the 21st of this July. Kindly click on the link below and we will get in touch with you.